Do you feel that maybe your inability to share finances could be rooted in a lack of trust? Does your spouse not respect money in the same way that you do? It's really so true. We see it so often working with couples in our pre-marriage and coaching teaching. One is a spender and one is a saver. We see that often. That's because opposites attract, right?
Yes.
And now it's advised, and it is a good practice to save for emergencies, for large purchases, and even for the future. But if you only save and you don't spend some over time, the work that you've put into it may become drudgery. And because you're not finding any enjoyment from your efforts. But the counter to that is if you only spend, after a time, you're going to find that you will not be able to enjoy other things in life that come from that practice, the practice of saving and good money management. So the best money management is a mix of the two. As listeners to our channel, if you've received any value so far, please like and subscribe.
In the Bible it says that it is foolish to start a big project without counting the cost. Now, we're not financial advisors, but there's a myriad of good information available in books, on courses, and of course, through the YouTube channels. One of our favorite sources, which we recommend often, is Dave Ramsey. Just a few of the things that you can learn from him are to be open about all the financial aspects of your life together. We need to make sure that you don't have financial infidelity, which occurs when one or both of you are lacking transparency, which may push you to cover up expenditures, how much and how to spend, or may be dishonest about how much you make or debt you have or have had. Also, having 6 months worth of income saved for emergencies, because you never know what's going to come up in life, right? Has anyone ever heard of COVID? I mean, how many people were affected by that and could have really used to have a little money set aside?
And some people are still feeling the effects of that.
Absolutely. Also, you learn about the wisdom and value of living beneath your means. And living on 90% of your income, in our opinion, it's best to give to some projects or some people outside of yourself, because when you give to others, it's good for your soul. And when you take a course together, and we recommend that you do, you can pick and choose which elements of that course you want to follow. Some people may follow everything in the course, and some people may only choose to do certain aspects of it, kind of like a buffet line.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
But of course, we believe that the most important part is that you come to an agreement on exactly how you're going to work on handling money together, because it's something that you need to do together, not just by yourself.
That's correct. Also, we recommend you take time to meet on a regular basis to discuss your joint money goals, to discuss your budget, and the big purchases you may have in mind for the future. And then early on in our marriage, one thing that I'll mention here is that we didn't have a whole lot of money.
We did not.
In fact, it was worse than that. We had a very little money and a whole lot of debt.
Yes.
So we would discuss any purchase that was more than $25. And Greg was so great, because when I would say, I think I'm going to spend some money this week, and he'd say, about how much you think you're going to spend, and I would share with him how much I thought that would be, and he lovingly just said, next week might be a better week for that. He didn't say, you can't spend any money, we don't have any. He just lovingly told me that. He gave me a hint, hey, next week would be better for that, so just plan ahead. Over time, that amount that we talked about grew because our financial situation improved.
This is Debster and Greg on Marriage. We love y'all. We want the best for you and your marriage, because when you have a better marriage,
your kids will have a better life.
Here's some more videos to answer your questions.